Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from Talamban, Cebu, Philippines. Having an awesome time today in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well where you're from. Today, we're going to talk about why banks are collapsing, folding down, falling down, flipping out, in the United States of America. Why, man? I thought we was the number one nation in the whole wide world. Didn't you? Then if we are number one, why are our banks collapsing? Why, Bobby? Tell me why? I got you, man. I got you. Chill. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna run this quick because my internet connection is unstable, and if I drop a few times, I'm gonna do a recorded on it and bring it back. But let's go ahead and get this done real quick. No hocus pocus. Thumbnail for today. USA bank failures. That's what's happening, man. One of the largest banks in the United States of America failed, and it has started a cascade of events. Other banks have fallen, and they can't get back up. We're falling and can't get up. We're falling and can't get up. Yeah, they can't get back up. So guess what? The United States of America, Uncle Sam got to say, I got you, and they're helping them back up. So this happened, ladies and gentlemen, if you recall, back in 2008, the great financial depression is what they called it, and has happened again. Everything that goes around what does come back around again. So this is what's happening. There were a lot of factors that caused it, but we're gonna go over a couple of those things. But I want to show you the focus for the day. Hocus pocus, just focus. I got you, man. We're gonna focus, laser like focus, like Bruce Lee said, laser like focus. When you're focused, you can get all you need and need all you get. Yeah, man. Let's go. I ain't playing with y'all today. I'm gonna run it. All right, no hocus pocus, just focus. We got two quick focuses. Number one. What happened with Silicon Valley Bank, man? What you mean? What happened? Got you, man. Could it affect you? I mean, if it happened, it affected people in California. And that's Silicon Valley is in California. It could affect people on the east side, west side, north side, south side. You know what I'm saying? So I got you, man. Let's go. Number one is what? What happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. They went down. Let's be specific. Pacific, like the Pacific Ocean. The federal banking regulators shut down Silicon Valley Bank Friday. What is now the second largest bank failure in United States history. Second largest, y'all. And the biggest of its kind since the start of the Great Depression in 2008, the Great Recession, rather, in 2008. The Silicon Valley Bank failed after concerns about its solvency prompted a run on the bank, meaning many customers got spooked and started to withdraw their money at the same time, causing a domino effect. And it left Silicon Valley Bank unable to pay its depositors. Federal government stepped in, closed the bank down, and what followed after that was many other people trying to get their money, and many other banks shut down as well. Right now, the FDIC, which is Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, has taken over Silicon Valley Bank and shut it down. They have reopened the bank for customers to let the customers know that their money is guaranteed, so that they won't cause people to be running on the other banks. Because once word gets that a bank is shut down in the United States of America, oh man, everybody, they got my money in there. I got it's a run on the bank, man. We could have a big bad problem. So I'm gonna show you this right here. Hold on. I'm gonna show you about your president, Joe Biden. I'm gonna show you what he did. He went on the national TV to try to reassure the people that everything was all right, but it really is not. He's trying to cover up. When you see banks failing in America, don't think everything is hunky-dory, no matter what they say. It's a problemo, man. I'm telling you, SVB was one of the largest banks in the nation. Yeah. And it shut down. And now there's another bank called Signature Bank. There's about, I'm Team Moore already done it. Okay. So we're going to tell you what to do. I'm going to give you a few suggestions what you should do to protect yourself in times like this, because it's rough, man. You work hard for your money and you don't want no bank taking it. You feel like you're in China or Russia. When they shut the bank down, you can't get it. You be like, I want my money. Bamming on the bank door. Yeah, the people in China do. I want my money. But I don't want to see it go out like that. So I'm gonna show you what to do. But first, I want to show you what Biden told the people in this little speech. Okay, hold on. And if you don't, if you keep dropping, y'all, I'm going to record this and bring it back. Okay, we're recording on it, but hopefully it won't drop. I've been talking to my internet provider, and they're working on getting it fixed. So we'll see if this gets a little bit more stable. Give me a minute. I'm gonna pull this video up. For those of you who hadn't seen it, President Biden got on internet, on the TV, on the channel Nationwide TV, and tried to reassure the people that the banks in the United States was solvent. Yeah, it was A1 okay, and don't run and take your money out. That's what he said. That's not what I'm gonna tell you. All right, here we go.
Today, thanks to the quick action of my administration over the past few days, Americans can have confidence. Leave for California. I want to briefly speak about what's happening in Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. Today, thanks to the quick action of my administration over the past few days,
Okay, guys, that didn't work out so well. Can you hear me okay? Audio okay? That didn't work out so well. I got an audio problem with that video, but in essence, let me tell you what he was trying to say. He was trying to reassure the American public that the banks are solvent. He also indicated that the United States of America had taken over SVB, which SVB is a large bank on the West Coast. And primarily their customers are people who are big startup companies that start up. And so when you know you're a big startup company, you just start out, you need a lot of money. And they had a lot of money tied up in that bank. They had to make payroll. They got people to pay. And so, they shut down. And so United States FDIC took them over, and they're open up now. But the FDIC is in charge of the bank now. All of the officers of the SVB, which is Silicon Valley Bank, were fired. Okay, because that's what happens when a bank goes insolvent. When they shut down their doors, the managers, the directors, the president, all of them have to be fired because they mismanaged that company. Okay, so that's what he said in a nutshell about what happened to this SVB, and other banks are falling in the same pattern. And if they are FDIC insured banks, then the federal government will step in as well. So to some degree, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to be too concerned. However, it's always a big but, you know what I'm saying? Like Bertha Butt, but it's always a but, man. But if you are in a bank that is not a major player bank, such as, the four major players in banking industry in the United States of America, we got Wells Fargo, we got Chase, we got Bank of America, and Citigroup. Those are the four major bank players or banking institutions, the largest rather, in America. They comprise about 60% of all banking transactions in the United States of America. Now, those banks are solvent, and they've got so many assets, they will never be insolvent. If you have your funding in one of those institutions, ladies and gentlemen, you do not have to worry about, is that bank going to shut down? They're not. Okay, they're not. That's the way back in 2008. I don't know if you remember when Obama was in presidency, and we had all the banking institutions shut down because the mortgage rates were being blowing up, and everybody was lending and bad borrowers. Anyway, we had a big meltdown in the financial industry. Then Obama and Biden was in office then, they made a whole bunch of laws that would guarantee that wouldn't happen again. And then when Orange Man came in office right after Obama and Biden, Orange Man said, what they done to the bankers? Let's change this. So they opened it back up. So now, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We're back at square one again. Okay. So, that's why it's so important. It's so very important that you have the right people in office that can make the right decisions. Because the decisions that the head man makes affects your life and your lifestyle. Okay, it affects whether you got food on your table, whether you can pay your rent. You know what I mean? You got a job. All of the head people affects your lifestyle. So make sure that you put the right head person in the right position. Okay, so you don't have to go through that craziness. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. I have my money in Chase. Okay. And I used to be in Bank of America as well, but I switched it. Bank of America was 2 nickel and dime to me. Every time I turn around, it was a nickel for this, a dime for 25. I said, what? I just paid you. And every time I turn, and then they had nerve to mess my money up, man. Don't do that. Oh, you can do anything you want, man. Don't mess with my money, man. And I'll play that, man. I work too hard for my money, just like y'all do. And somebody gonna mess with your money? I know. Oh no. I pull all my I pull all them. I shut that account right straight down. I never went back. And I used to be with Bank of America for a long time. That was my only bank for a long time until I moved out here. And I decided I needed another bank. I got chased. But yeah, you got to diversify. What I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, to protect yourself, number one, you must what? Diversify. Okay. Number two, ensure that you find a bank that is FDIC insured. What do you mean, BobbieD? What do you mean? FDIC, man. You ain't heard of FDIC? Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. They ensure that if there's a problem, your money is covered up to what? $250,000 only. Let's say you got $1 million in there. The rest of that's not covered. It's only up to 250. You on your own after that, buddy. But at least you get something back, right? But that's the old law. Biden, and I couldn't get this. Let me see if I can try it again, y'all. I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm gonna try one more time.
Today, thanks to the quick action of my administration over the past few days, Americans can have confidence. Leave for California.
That would have been a nice little. I had a very short segment of Biden explaining exactly what he did. They have made an exception. Are you with me so far? They have made an exception to the FDIC rule. Now, listen to me good. The FDIC rule prior was that they would cover how much? And I just told you, 250,000 maximum of the money that you had in the bank. If you had $1 million, the rest of that million that only would cover 250. The rest you gone. It's out. So they made an exception to that rule because they don't want people running on the banks. If you have any money in that bank, whatever the amount is, FDIC is going to cover that. That's what he made in the. That's why he went on air, national air. He made that public announcement. FDIC is covering any deposit that was in that bank for this time only, because we are doing what? We're trying to recover our economy. We don't need a lot of failures now. And we want the people of the United States of America to do what? Be confident in the money and the money system, the financial systems and the financial institutes, and be confident in the banking systems. Okay. So that's what's happening right now. One more thing. Let me go with this. I don't know what happened to the audio on that, man. It was working fine. All right. So number two is what? How does this affect you? Well, I just told you most of it already, but I'll give you this one real quick. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which I just told you about, was created in the wake of the Great Depression when a lot of banks failed and the customers lost all of their money, to protect consumers who are American, or use American banks, and provide some stability to the American banking system. If a member bank fails, its deposits, that money you put in the bank, are still insured for up to $250,000. Anything beyond that, there's no guarantee you'll ever see it again. Now, okay, that's the old system. And at least that's how it used to work. Okay, the new system, which Biden announced yesterday, was a few days after the SVB failure, Silicon Valley Bank failure. The Federal Reserve Board, Department of Treasury, and the FDIC announced that it would make available additional funding to eligible deposits institutions, which would be reimbursed to depositors. Listen to me good now, in full. Say it with me, in full. That means beyond the 250,000, everything you had in that bank they're gonna make an exception this time. Everything will be paid. That funding, the announcement said, will come from loans from the newly created Bank Term Funding Program. Okay, so they're making an exception now. I'm not sure if this is going to be for all time through, but for this time, we know based on Biden's speech that it will be done. So those of you that had money in Silicon Valley Bank, if you had over 250,000, don't worry your little pretty head, lady. Don't worry your head, brother. You're going to be all right, according to your president. He got on the air and said, I'm going to cover, I got you. He said, I got you, man. You know, he got you, okay? So don't be concerned about that. But those of you that do have money spread in these little regional banks, Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Every bank is not required. Are you with me so far? Every bank is not required to be an FDIC insurer. Okay? I'm serious. They're not required. So if you're in a bank, the main thing you should want to ask them, are you FDIC insured before you put your money in there? Because if they're not, if you a big baller and you put a 1 million there, the rule is only 250 is covered. They make an exception this time, but I don't think it'll continue with that exception because they would rob the bank. The government would be broke, But they're making an exception this time because we're in extraordinary times. Okay, we want to try and recover our economy, but I don't think that'll last forever. That's just a temporary exception. So it isn't incumbent upon you to do your homework. Yeah, you need to get out there and find out is your bank. If you're in a mom and pop bank, because a lot of the mom and pops, they don't have to be FDIC insured. Because in order for a bank to be FDIC insured, they must do what? Put money in that program so that it's like the insurance policy. You get insurance policy, something happened to you, and you've been paying monthly, right? So the insurance going to take care of you because you've already paid your premium. That's what the banks have to do. They have to put money in periodically to ensure that they're covered when they're insured, if they're insolvent or something like that. Okay, so you have to make sure that they are part of that program. A lot of the smaller banks are not. A lot of the regional banks are not. So I would suggest that any of you that are maybe doubtful, go down and check with the bank. Are you FDIC insured? And if you don't think so, or if they tell you they're not, I would move my money, honey. Yeah, Montai, move your Montai. Move it. Move it, move it, move. Remember gold power? Move it, move it. Yeah, you move the money, man. Always diversify your money. I have money in Chase Bank, and I have money in banks here in the Philippines. So I've got Chase Bank in the USA. I only have one USA bank. I used to have two. I had three. I had Bank of America, I had Fidelity, and I had Chase. Okay. I got rid of Bank of America and I got rid of Fidelity. So I only got one US bank now, and that's all I need for the US side. But I have multiple US banks, not US banks, but multiple Philippine banks here, which you need to. Anybody that knows any common decency or common sense about money, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Isn't that what your mama told you? You better remember what she said. She told you for a reason, for a season, so you can remember. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, man. What happened to the egg that you dropped the basket? Everything gone. Yeah, everything gone. You ain't got nothing. I don't play that game. I'm gonna diversify my money. I'm gonna put a little bit here. I'm gonna put a little bit there. I'm gonna put a little bit there, a little bit everywhere. No, not all of them spread all over the world, but in a corner where I can get it. If something happened to this, okay, I got this. Don't put it in one place. And that's what most of these institutions will talk to you, walk to you, tell you, smell you. Can you put it all in here, sir? We're gonna take care of you, sir. Just give me that 5 million you got. I got you. Yeah, they want your money so they can invest your money and make money, and you make nothing but some chump change. If you got any sense, I wouldn't give them nothing. I'll spread out my money and put it in CDs, stocks, bond, crypto, and to make that money, spread it out. Make it work. Not twerk, but work. When you got money, your money's supposed to work for you. You don't work for your money. I worked for money for a long time till I got some sense. Now my money works for me. Okay. And that's the way you got to be if you want to be successful in your life. If you want to be financially independent, which I am, I don't have to beg nobody, borrow nobody. I can do what I want to do, when I want to do, how I want to do, where I want to do, who I want to do it to and with. That's the way you got to be in this world, man. If you want to move up, if you want to live your life and be free, you want to be free, right? Everybody want to be free. Freedom. That's what I need to be. All my life, I've been slave, working for the man night and day. Big wheel keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning. I ain't got to do that. I ain't got to roll it. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of rolling for somebody else. I'm rolling for me now. All right. So yeah, I just want to let you know about that. It's a very important topic that you need to be aware of. If you have money, some of you have just come into a lot of money. You got somebody maybe passed away and left you a lot of money. Some of you inherited money. Some of you got money in stocks and bonds, your company or whatever. Spread that money out and make sure you have it in a good bank, FDIC insured at least. And so that you won't wind up crying and then we see you on TV crying. Oh, my money gone. I don't want to see it like that. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. So you won't be a casualty. You won't be a victim of financial neglect, because that's what a lot of African American people are. We're just financially ignorant. Yeah, I said that. You heard me. And not just African American, Filipinos too. I thought it was just us, but these people, oh Lord, don't get me started with these. They don't mostly, but it's just, I don't. Let me put it like this. I don't want to say just a personal nation, personal or ethnic group. When people don't have money, when they have a lack of funding, they don't understand the concept of finance. They don't understand the principles of money. Okay. And when you don't have an understanding of anything, you can't grasp it and you can't use it appropriately because you don't understand. Lack of knowledge leads to a lot of problemos. So these people in this country, I'm talking about the one on the bottom, the one in the lower, echelon, when they get a dime, they spend it. They don't save 2 cents. They don't save a nickel. They get a dime, it's gone. As soon as they your money work, you can't pay everything one time because you'll never have nothing. If you think I'm playing, go read about successful people and see how they did it. They did it the right way, the tight way, the long way, and the strong way. They invested and they saved their money. They didn't go and buy the latest Gucci. They didn't go and buy Rolex watches. They did it. They stayed. They didn't go buy a Mercedes Benz. They did an old beat up Ford until they got where they could need to go, and they saved their money right, and they made it big, and then they did that. But we live in a 1 bedroom shack, and we got the latest car outside. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff. You got to have an understanding of finances, wealth. I got a video coming out. I'm working on. I have it out tomorrow morning. It talks about wealth. Wealth. Wealth creates. How to create wealth. That's what it is. How to create wealth. And so it's a 1 minute short video, but it's good, man. You need to watch it. You need to watch it. You need to watch it, man. You're going to learn something. You're going to learn something. I'm telling you, man, that's what I do. I try to teach you. I try to reach you. I try to lift you up. Because a lot of us has been down a lot of time. And all we need is somebody to just look, man, come on, let's go. Come on, I got you, man. Come on. That's all we need. And that's what I'm the man. I'm your man. I got you. Let's go. Come on, man. I got you. Tell you, man, I'm your friend on the other end. That's me. My name is BobbieD. But thank you all for showing up today. It's been a pleasure. I brought that to you today real quickly. And we're dropping a lot. Our internet should be better now, but it's not. But let's see if we're going to ride a train real quick. We got out here today. People get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. You just get down, boy. All you need is love. Woo. Say it again. Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. You just get on board. Get on board. You ready to ride train, Bobby Lee, one nation, woman love. When I say toot toot, you say all aboard. Toot toot, toot toot. When I say all aboard, you say toot toot. All aboard, all aboard. Let's ride this. Y'all ready, man? Come on, man. Got to ride this train today. I'm playing with y'all. I was off yesterday. I wanted to come yesterday, man, but some stuff came up. Man, some more stuff came up, man. Me and Lisa D dealt with it though. Me and Lisa D, oh man, me and Lisa like that, man. You hear me? Me and Lisa D on point. You hear me? We lockstep together on everything we do. Some mess tried to hinder us yesterday. We said, nah. You know what we did? We prayed. That's the first thing we did. We prayed and said, we're going to get through this. And we got through it, man. I'm telling you, man, people try to mess you up, test you up. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be strong and you got to overcome. You don't run, you stand, and we stood strong. You don't run, but that's because when people do stuff, they're testing your strength. You got to understand that. If you're a punk or you're a man, which one? I told him, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. This, you see me? This, you got to deal with this. I ain't going nowhere. That's what you do. You stand flat-footed and you deal with the situation the way it is. And don't run. Don't hide. Don't cry. Stand there. And then you rest on your principles and you rest on the power of the Lord. When you're in the Lord, He gonna fight your battle. It ain't your battle. The battle's the Lord. Let's go. When I say, I did that. Sorry about that. I'll find out who's rubbing up, toughen up, pop up, be the first man in there. Hit out. Who that say they're gonna beat them? Say, hey, y'all remember, check out my podcast. I'm gonna put this on the podcast list. Check out my podcast, BobbieD and Lisa D Life. BobbieD and Lisa D Life, Relationship and Dating. No, it's BobbieD and Lisa D Life, Dating and Relationship. It's on my channel. There's a section in the headings that says podcast. I have 500 and I think it's 580 now episodes out there for you to check out. I'm going to be starting. This one is on life and relationships and dating. Excuse me. I'll be starting one on Philippines. That's going to be a biggie. That'll be a whole ton of videos, podcasts rather, where you can just listen to it if you want to. They're called video podcasts. You can just listen to it if you choose, or you can look at the video and listen to it. But if people are driving, they can't look at the video. They're still listening. So check out those. I'm starting working on that other one this weekend. All right, guys, let's go. I gotta find out who wrote up. Somebody pop them. Not be first man in now. Hit out. Who that say they're gonna beat them? Say I need enough. Let's go. Come on, man. Oh, mouse messing up. Hold on, y'all. Who up in this house today? Markel in the house. Markel in the house. Ooh, what's up, partner? What's up, brother? He said, "What up?" You got him, man. Hey, man. Okay. Markel sent me that file about the shutdown. SVB. Telling you, man, when you see, y'all better open up your eyes, okay, and get it out the clubs, get it off these women butts, and the boobies. That's just the distraction, It's a whole nother genre out there. There's a whole nother scene out there, and you still hooked up on this, and everything is all behind the scene, just taking all you work for, all your hard-earned money, because you focus on somebody's booty. That's just a piece of tail, man. More things out there more important than tail. So straighten up, open up your eyes, look at the real world, because it will pass you by if you don't pay attention. It will pay attention to you. If you ain't paying attention to it, it's like you go in these people countries, you don't pay attention, they're gonna pay attention to you, mister. Yeah, you Mr. Columbia. I'm going to Columbia, I'll live off 500. Markel said me today, the guy went to Colombia, man. I said he was gonna live off of 500. He was there 1 week and got broke. And he begged his people. He had a YouTube channel. He begged his people to send him money. Can you please? I need $100. I can get home, please. People just don't think, and they don't plan, And then when everything fails, they're crying. I didn't know it was gonna be. Can you help me, please? No, get out of my face, man. I'm not with you, because you should have planned better than that. And I'm not going to help you be a fool, because you is a fool. And if I help you, I'm dragging into your system. I don't want to be no foolish system like you. So I'm pray for you, and that's it. So yeah, keep it moving. Good to see you, Markel, in the house today. Ryan Train, who we got? Jerry Fleming said, "What?" He said, "The American people give them a welfare check." Yeah, that's what they always do, man. You know what I'm saying? And but when it come to us, they think that, did y'all know that the largest people on welfare is not blacks in America, is American. PWT, you know what PWT stand for? Poor white trash. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that like that, but that's the largest people on welfare. But the public will have you think that all black folk ain't good for nothing. They on that welfare. They just baby mama just pulling that check. No, that's not it. Go check it out. The largest section of people getting welfare checks is not us, okay? But the public or the media will have you think so. All right, let's go. Terry Fleming, I gotta tell you, man. Love you, my brother, but I gotta tell you, right? Number 2, jump on, dude. But you do just fine, man. Good to see you in the house today, man. Hey, man, I miss y'all yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? I be looking for my time with y'all. Couldn't make it. Friday. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Markel, I won't be there Friday. Man, Friday, I got a big appointment. If I come Friday, it's gonna be late, or it's gonna have to be late. I probably come, but it's gonna be after late. I got a big appointment at 9 o'clock. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I tell you what I do is I come after the appointment on Friday, and I see whoever I can pick up, I pick up. But Don't worry about Friday, Markel, or I'll call you and see if you're available when I start. Okay. All right. So good to see you, man. Terry Fleming, thanks so much. Ryan Train, who we got? Thank you so much, Terry Fleming, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, my brother, from another mother. Hey, we got to do a dance for Terry Fleming, Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation of the group. One love. Come on now. I need me a good dancer for a good man named Terry Fleming. Who we got? Come on now. I need a good dancer. Let's go, Michael. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. All right, one more. I got a problem with my audio. These she hear it fine. Or the internet slow. Okay, sorry, y'all. Y'all can hear it fine according to Lisa, but I can't. I got one more.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the original players from the Himalayas. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Jerome's in the house. I said Jerome's in the house. Come on, girl, let's do the penguin.
Thank you so much, Terry Fleming, for the donation to the nation. More blessings.
Sir Terry,
much
for
love.
the donation.
Thank you so much, my brother, from another mother. Who we got? Round Train, BobbieD, One Nation of the group of love. I messed up now. Hold on. Okay. Who we got in this house today? I got a lot of people up in here today. I love to see people that really recognize somebody with talent, like Lisa D. But I'm
Good morning.
Good morning, my dear. How are you? Did you have a good day last night?
Yeah.
You sleep well?
Yes.
How you feel?
Good. Very good.
Like you knew you would? Okay. Let's go. Round chain, who we got? Okay, Lisa, I got you controlled now. King Arthur in the house. What's up, King Arthur? What's up, King? We got the king in the house. He's a dang. I'm a little late, but I'm number two. No, you're not number two.
Who's number two, Terry Fleming?
Terry Fleming hit the number 2 spot today.
Number 2 just won't do.
He took the hit for you, man.
And you know what? Terry Fleming deleted all the messages, all the comments of King Arthur by mistake. Sorry about that, but we still have it over here, Sir Terry.
Terry Fleming delete. Okay. Terry Fleming got a little happy finger going on in there. All right. King Arthur, so good to see you in the house today, man. You made it right on time. And good to see you. Let's go, right chain. Who we got? King Arthur.
So what you're saying is that I would invest my money in a tuba farm?
Yeah, Lisa D's tuba farm. You'll get 20% back on your if you ever see it again. After she done drank all the tuba, you would have the leftovers. Okay, leftover bottles, empty bottles. That's all you get. Let's go, Ryan Trey. Who we got?
Lisa Vinaro, King Arthur. I think that's a good idea.
I know you would, because you get all the money, and you would get all the tuba too. Let's go, Ryan Trey. Who we got? King Arthur and Frederick will write up the contract. Perry Mason never lost a case, man. He never lost a case. Lisa D, you can't go wrong with Perry Mason. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? King Arthur. Hello, Lisa D. What's up, my dear?
Hello, what's up?
Ryan Train, BobbieD, One Nation of the group. Lisa D. He said Perry Mason lost the case. That's why he didn't
show up.
He lost the case, not lose the case. That's why he didn't show up. Okay, I won't find out. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? Lisa. He said, "What's up, Monkey Ring?" Stop calling him. Why you keep calling him Monkey Ring? Stop that. Ryan Train. Who we got? King Arthur. He said, "New Frederick is working on imports." He said, "No, Frederick working on imports." Okay. You know, Frederick got to do his thing. Everybody got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't, when y'all, I used to be, when I first started, I said, man, they don't show up. But when they show up, they don't show up now. I don't say nothing because people got to do their stuff. I understand. I got to do my stuff too. You know, that's why Friday, I can't be here. I'll be here Friday, but it won't be that regular time. After our meeting is over, we'll come back. And I don't know, we got to go to groceries after that. I might do one live on a remote live on Friday. Because we got a big meeting. After that meeting, then we're going to go downtown and get stuff. So I might do a live on a remote live on Friday. Let's go, Ron Train.
Friday, tomorrow, Wednesday.
No, I don't do one on Wednesday. I'm saying Friday. That's when I do my next one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Friday
Ryan James, who got
also.
Mr. He said, you got to get your money right. Yeah, man, you do. We don't want to show it BobbieD's door like I ain't got no money. I'm telling you, Monte. I'm telling you, man, you don't come around me. You broke. I was look, man. I feel for you. I'm gonna pray for you, but you need to get up out of here. Cause that broke spirit will come on me. You ever been around somebody just broke? I mean, you feel bad because you know when you see somebody, especially you know them, and they might have been a friend of yours or a while, y'all might have been close. And then the first thing cause they know you doing okay, and they ain't got nothing. The first thing they're gonna do is what? Put their hand. Hey man, can you good back in the day? Can you spend $5 for me, man? What you got? You know, look, man. I know we were tight back in them days, but we ain't tight like that now. You know, and I just don't put out money because I don't know what you're gonna do with it. And then they gonna cuss you out. They gonna cuss you out, call you all kind of devils. Let's go around here. We got Jerry. He said, "There's nothing wrong with being number two." Hey, no, number two is all right, man. As long as you got a number on your head. As long as you got a number on your head, you know, and you ain't not Fred, you all right. Let's go. Ryan J, we got Murray. He said, "What
What's
do?"
the Gunny?
You just either gonna, you know, he don't even play with that. He got all about it.
Can you give me one gun, Gunny? I have to shoot
Don't do
somebody.
it. No, we felt like, but we got a God that's able, man. When you trust him, you take it. Let's go, Roger. Who we got? Terry, let me say, hey, I hit a bug on my phone and deleted my friend. I'm so sorry. Hey, that's all right, man.
It's
You know,
alright.
he hit a
I
bug.
still have his comments.
He hit a bug on the phone and
It might be a fly. Chichipata.
Ooh, Lord, that's a new one over here, Terry. Let's go. Ryan Terry, Bobby, you see one nation, the group, one love. Terry, let me say, sorry, King Arthur, I didn't mean to do that. That's what they always say. I didn't mean to do that. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Nah, you just ask. What the comments you got?
You read it
I read
already.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan Terry, Bobby, you see one nation, we got Murphy A's. I will send you my small one, Lisa D. You gonna send you a small one.
Small one.
Small one. I don't know which one to do.
Which
But small bottle of tuba. Put your name on it. Put your name on it. Who we got right here? Mister. He said we need to.
You said a small one. I will have a big hand.
He said we need to be assets, so we'll always have income. Yeah, that's what I'm focused on right now. I'm just saving my money to get these days. Yeah, that's it, man. You got to be an asset. You don't want to be a liability. You don't want to be a liability to yourself or to anyone else, and that all right. You know, you want to be positive. You want to be motivated. You want to have financial understanding. If you don't understand finances, and that's just because you don't understand finances, that does not make you ignorant. That does not make you a loser. It just means that you need education or you need some teaching and training on the management of funding. You know, when many times we were raised, mom and daddy didn't have nothing. So as soon as they got it, they spent it. We see them, we do the same thing. You know, I had to learn. You know, you don't spend this money as soon as you get it. You save a portion of everything you get paid. When I was working, I would get paid. Thank God I always had good jobs. I would get part of my money put in my credit union or my 401k savings every check, just deducted. Dum, dum, dum. That way I was disciplined because I could live off the balance of it, you know, and I planned out my money. I just didn't go spend my whole check and then have nothing to get back to work on the next week. I don't do that. So planning how you make money, the importance of earning your money and saving or investing it for a rainy day. And do not put all your eggs, as I mentioned earlier, in one basket. At times like this, it's a good thing to invest in solid things like gold. Gold ain't it go up and down, but they ain't going nowhere. It's going, a little bit stable. It's stable, more stable than the stock market. That's for sure. I had a lot of my money in stock. I pulled that stuff right out. And when it started crashing, I pulled that stuff right out and I ain't put it back in. Now what I am doing, I'm a very risky person with my money because I believe in taking a chance to make a chance. Okay, to get a chance, you got to take a chance. So I risk it, and I put a portion of it, not all of it. You don't risk all your money in one thing, but I put a portion of it in Bitcoin, crypto. I got Bitcoin, I got Ethereum, and I got Bitcoin Cash. I got a lot of money in that. Well, a portion of my money, like put it like that. Because I told you it's important that you will what? Spread your money out. For those of you got all the money in this one bank or one of this one, don't do that, man. You ask for trouble. Spread it out. Okay. Well, you know, Bobby, they've been doing good for me all these years, you know. So what? Tomorrow could happen to wipe it all out. Spread, and then you got nothing left. Then you be crying, you know, I've been in that bank all these years, and then I messed my. Don't do that. Be smart. Use your head, like Fred. Okay, let's go around train Bobby the One Nation Group. That's it. All right, man. That's the realest review. We got to go. We got to go. Thank you so much, Terry Flynn, for the donation to the nation.
Terry.
It's been a blessing, man. Coming to you guys once again, and being strong and long. I'm sorry the video did not work. I don't know why. Could you hear the video?
I did hear earlier.
You heard the video?
I told you this to internet.
Okay, I'm gonna play. She said she was hearing the video. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try it again. Because she said she was hearing the video. I didn't hear the. I couldn't. So we got a problem. My audio's got a problem. I gotta fix that for the next show. Hold on. I'm gonna try it again. Get your phone. Let me see. Huh? Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna show this quick video, and then we'll be out. Okay? Huh? Okay. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, right here.
Today, thanks to the quick action of my administration over the past few days, Americans can have confidence. Leave for California. I want to briefly speak about what's happening in Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. Today, thanks to the quick action of my administration over the past few days, Before I leave for California, I want to briefly speak about what's happening in Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. Today, thanks to the quick action of my administration over the past few days, Americans can have confidence that the banking system is safe. Your deposits will be there when you need them. Small businesses across the country, the deposit accounts at these banks can breathe easier knowing they'll be able to pay their workers and pay their bills. And their hardworking employees can breathe easier as well. Last week, when we learned of the problems of the banks and the impact they could have on jobs of small businesses and banking systems overall, I instructed my team to act quickly to protect these interests. They've done that. On Friday, the government regulator in charge, the FDIC, took control of Silicon Valley Bank's assets. And over the weekend, it took control of Signature Bank's assets. Treasury Secretary Yellen and a team of banking regulators have taken action, immediate action. And here are the highlights. First, all customers who had deposits in these banks can rest assured they'll be protected and they'll have access to their money as of today. That includes small businesses across the country that bank there and need to make payroll, pay their bills, and stay open for business. No losses will be, and this is an important point, no losses will be borne by the taxpayers. Let me repeat that. No losses will be borne by the taxpayers. Instead, the money will come from the fees that banks pay into the deposit insurance fund. Because of the actions that our regulators have already taken, every American should feel confident that their deposits will be there if and when they need them. Second, the management of these banks will be fired. If the bank is taken over by FDIC, the people running the bank should not work there anymore. Third, investors in the banks will not be protected. They knowingly took a risk, and when the risk didn't pay off, investors lose their money. That's how capitalism works. And fourth, there are important questions of how these banks got into the circumstance in the first place. We must get the full accounting of what happened and why those responsible can be held accountable. In my administration, no one is above the law. And finally, we must reduce the risks of this happening again. During the Obama-Biden administration, we put in place tough requirements on banks like Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, including the Dodd-Frank law to make sure that the crisis we saw in 2008 would not happen again. Unfortunately, the last administration rolled back some of these requirements. I'm going to ask Congress and the banking regulators to strengthen the rules for banks to make it less likely this kind of bank failure would happen again, and to protect American jobs and small businesses. Look, the bottom line is this. Americans can rest assured that our banking system is safe. Your deposits are safe. Let me also assure you, we will not stop at this. We'll do whatever is needed. On top of it, let's also take a look at a moment to put the situation in a broader context. We've made strong economic progress in the past 2 years. We've created more than 12 million new jobs. More jobs in 2 years than any president has ever created in a single 4-year term. Unemployment is below 4% for 14 straight months. Take-home pay for workers is going up, especially for lower and middle-income workers. And we've seen record numbers of people apply to start new businesses, more than 10 million. More than 10 million applications over the last 2 years starting businesses. Now we need to keep this progress going. That's what swift action of my administration over the past few years is all about. Protecting depositors, protecting the banking system, protecting the economic gains we've made together for the American people. Thank you, and God bless you, and may God protect our troops. See you in California.
Mr. President, what do you know right now about why this happened? And can you assure America?
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Old man Joe Biden. He gave a speech about the economy and the banks and trying to assure the American public that the banking institutions in America are still solvent, although some are beginning to become unsolvent. The government is going to assist those people, those banks that are unsolvent, in remaining open through the FDIC. Now, again, I mentioned to you that all banks are not covered by the FDIC. So it's important that you do your homework to make sure that your money is situated in a bank that is covered. Okay. Now, don't make the mistake that I thought all the banks had that FDIC. No, all banks don't have it. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, if you have your funding or your finances tied up in a credit union, it is important that you make sure that your credit union has a funding insurer. Most credit unions have what's called the National Credit Union Insurance. I think it's your insurance funding or something like that. But it's similar to the FDIC, but their limitations are a little bit different. Okay, a little bit different. Let's see what else we got. That's it. I think that was it. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. So that's it for now, guys. Just want to bring that to you. Be careful about where you put your money, and always check on your money. Okay. For those of you just put your money in the bank, but it's growing, it's growing. The bank can mess up, and then you go. You had so much, thought you had so much, then you ain't got nothing because somebody done took the money or then made a clerical error, mistake, and got your money messed up. Always check on your money on a regular basis, once a week, once a day, once a month, but be sure that you're consistent in checking to make sure it's there and that there's no mistakes on what's going on. Also, when you check your money, make sure if you check it online that you do a screenshot of what the account says, the balance is, because a lot of times you went in there and checked it, but you didn't do a screenshot, and something could happen. Sometimes the bank have errors. They could have a computer error and change that 1 million you had in the bank to 100. So make sure you screen print every time you do a balance and just save it on your computer. Things happen, man, and you're going to be prepared for what can happen. Okay. What we got? That's it. One more. Smooth. What's up, man? You made it, man. You're on the tail end. But it's better to be the tail than no have no tail. Isn't that right, man? It's better you got on the tail than didn't get no tail. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. All right, guys. It's been real. It's been real. Make sure you check out the podcast. Okay, man. Talk to you later. BobbieD. Take care. God bless. And, oh, Lord, I messed up. Hold on. This BobbieD. Take care. God bless. Peace. See you on the backside of tomorrow. Out.